Hey, I'm Jeff, and I'm here to talk to you about AI and why it's so awesome. Psych? No, if you probably already read by the title of this video, I will say that basically, in a nutshell, AI enables, allows, whatever verb you want to use, people to become demons. Think about that for a second. So, AI in many shapes and forms has created many great things in society when it comes to efficiency. But the more I think about this and the more I see through news and personal stories I've read, is that it also brings out the worst in people, whether it's for purposes of greed, morally bankrupt things such as stealing identity, bringing people from the dead to emulate their voices, um, greed when it comes to prediction markets, seen AI been used that way. And yes, corruption's always going to exist in some shape or form, but AI really heightens that thing. So I want to at least be clear here that I don't hate AI so aggressively to the point of like any use of it is like deemed, um, I guess, incorrect or so, because at work I use it to find information quicker. You can go into the argument of through work is that using a lot of water and so forth. I think so. However, it's encouraged at our job, and without it, I wouldn't be able to do my job more efficiently and get, um, I guess, like approval and work, but not to the point of like where my job is sacrificed. You either use it or you lose it, kind of. So that's a part of life. But anywhere else, I use Claude sometimes when I'm out and about in my day. I try to be conscious of at least when I use it and not just abuse it for every little decision in my life to where I have no agency of thought. But I don't know. When people just apply AI, or not even just using AI in itself, the concept of it, the data chips, the data centers, how that is more emphasized to where greedy corporations just take this money and we're just kind of victims of it. And you see it a lot with people where their houses and homes live near a spot where a big, rich conglomerate or individual that wants to build these farms to get more data centers in the area and just kicks them out. They're like, oh, here's something that like barely is worth your house. Sorry, don't really care. You're just a little minor inconvenience in our plan. Piss off, essentially. And I'm very grateful for where I live. I think it's very well like industrialized, like a suburb near in California, to where the concept of a data center would be very hard to do around where I live. So I really feel for those people that they have no leverage in this, and I'm starting to realize that leverage is a very important asset in this life because without leverage, you tend to get pushed around or you're just put in situations that may not be in your control. And through personal life experiences and so forth, I really value leverage. Not to just get up on someone, but to protect yourself mostly. I think most of the things I do want to share here is to enable you, the viewer, to maybe make smarter decisions or have just awareness to some things I talk about to order to protect yourself better. And AI is a very destructive or disruptive force is what I'm trying to say here. Because in history there's always like disruptive forces and we've always had to adapt, like the printing press, internet, the cell phone compared to like a home inline phone. These things disrupt industries and people have to adapt. But AI is, I think, considered one of the most disruptive, if not the greatest disruptive force that we consciously see right now, or that we know of, right? God knows what's going to happen in 10 years or so in regards to other things. I'm just a guy sitting here chatting to a camera. Hopefully the words I'm saying, reach to you. And yeah, I don't know. Some days I'm like, all right, things are good. I see a butterfly outside. It's very pretty. It's like a monarch, very common in California. And then I'll get these ideas of like, wow, man, story of AI and just, oof, like something I'll read. Can't think of it off the top of my head, but I think like a conglomerate of those stories I've shared are kind of the ideas I've shared here. The data centers and just kicking people out of their homes like that. Oof, that rubs me so much the wrong way. Like if you're asking me to move out of land that I have purchased or rent or whatever, like I have some ownership of, you better pay premium for that, like double if you want to like build your stuff here. I know you have the money for it, so like pay up or otherwise fuck off. Like, and I don't know. It's not on my daily thoughts per se, but it's going to be very fascinating to see how this plays out, for the better or worse, honestly. AI is such a fascinating thing that is very scary at the same time fascinating. And oh, there's so many applications of it that some people probably have used to like save someone's life, or a lot of positives with it, right? This video is kind of highlighting a little bit more of the negatives when it comes to things that I think are very dangerous and just morally jacked up, where it affects people and you just have to have a cognitive disconnect of you just don't give a shit about people and whether their lives and families are affected, how many people you screw over using this technology, what are the means and justification for the things you have to do to get the end result that screws over said people. So, I don't know. Yeah, ironically, maybe in 20 years, my voice is used into something that screws someone over. I don't know. Or like, ironically, ends up being used for nefarious things, which would break my heart. But fingers crossed that doesn't happen. So, time will tell. So, anywho, thanks for watching this video. Appreciate you a lot. Peace.